out here at the boat ramp side of the city lake here in Tompkinsville, Kentucky. It's a decently calm evening, sort of chilly. There's where the ducks usually stay through the day, because so many people come through to have lunch over there. And also, probably 20 years ago, I'm 31, so back when I was just 5 to in my teenage years, they was this, looked like a massive doghouse with several doggy doors on it, but it was called the Duck Motel. It's pretty neat. As a kid, my mom and dad actually got me a few ducks from the farm supply store, a few baby ducks, and first go around, I guess I had it in my mind that ducks swam underwater with fish, and my mom said that I wouldn't stop holding it underwater, so I don't really remember that. So they had to raise them a little bit, and we would always bring them out here after they got so big and just let them be at the lake and be free. But there is a goose, if he's still alive. He is a big bully. Of course, that's just like with a rooster or anything, there's always that alpha. Because back when I was in 1991, 92, I was just, a year or two old. Back then, they didn't have phones with cameras on them and stuff. But my mom has a audio recording, and you can hear me screaming at the duck. And my mom and dad said I was running from it at that location, somewhere parked over there at one of the picnic tables. We were eating, and the goose come up, and when I ran, that instigated it, and he actually kind of snapped at me, and when he did, he got my diaper, and it ripped my diaper off, and I never missed a lick and kept on running. It would have been something nice to pass down, sentimental value to my son. Life is but a vapor, yet it's so hard just to live sometimes. I know that sounds so crazy. I didn't mean for this video to turn into a confessional or a vlog or whatever, but with Christmas coming up and the way things are as is in the world, being a father, I believe in God. I just, not only do I believe in God, but I believe so truly that you can't be lukewarm, or some might say on the fence. Not about, I don't know if I believe, even that, yeah, but to believe and to know that Jesus is my Savior, and that He died for my sins so that I could have a relationship with Him and my Heavenly Father. So sometimes I kind of beat myself up a little too much about feeling as if I'm not living up to the standards I'd want to, or that I feel I should. And it's not even from the sin aspect. It's just when you know that you want to be doing the right thing by God, first and foremost, but make the smart decisions and learn from my mistakes as a father and just as a productive member of society. Like right now with the cold weather, I try to help anyone that has wood stoves around here. If they need firewood, if I can afford to deliver it to them and they pay me when they can, I gladly do that. I try to help and have that sense of community because we need that now more than ever. It's when it's really the ultimate test of what really matters in life, what's worth your time, because we're not getting it back and it's so valuable. And I'm just getting that's just straight from the heart and from the mistakes I've made and the pain and suffering that I had no control over. Like when I was 19, a truly guilt by association situation, and I had to, I was a convicted felon after that, and I'm by no means blaming nobody else because I was the one that had the addiction and had the problems that made me want to be where I was. And if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. But that's besides the point. The point I was going to say is if you did time, then you know how it feels to lose your freedom and to have this gut-wrenching, just this horrible kick to the gut type feeling when you wake up on that steel bunk and know that you gotta be fed like a damn dog, and the state practically charges you. I mean, they do. They tax the shit out of you if you have money in there. That's why I never paid my booking fees or nothing. I just had my people put money on my dude's account that was a good friend of mine, trustworthy, and had already paid his booking fees and stuff because he was doing a little bit longer stretch. But once you've had your freedom taken away, whether it's just 60 days, 6 years, and I mean, I'm sure there's deeper feelings and emotions for everybody, and I do believe that I feel like after a certain point, after even a year, it stunts you in I don't know what category or what you would frame that as, but you're out of society, so it's stunting your growth in a way. I mean, yeah, I was healthy in jail, and then when I went to the work farm, prison, whatever you want to call it, to finish out my time, I mean, I was healthy doing things. I was clear-headed, and it led me to know that I was going to give it all or nothing. And now I have a wonderful lady and a wonderful son. But we all have bad times and good times. Right now I'm at the lake, which is just a mile out of city limits maybe. The park is down on the other side. It's gated. They close it at 4 in the winter, so I always come to the boat ramp over there. This and the old one. But I like just watching the ripples and the current come towards the bank with the wind. It's starting to get too cold, but let you know you are alive. It's good to get out. And I think that's been part of my problem is, I mean, hell, everybody's went through this horrible situation of the fear, and it's given many people, of course, all different types of mindsets, but if you're in so much fear, then you don't make that trip to see someone, or you don't do those things. So I feel like so many people are just alive and they're not living. And that's what I feel like I'm slacking at. Like I want to do better at just every little moment. That's why I came down here to clear my head. I've been doing better just in the past couple of days on a certain subject. Nothing bad or nothing like that. It's just a personal achievement, a goal that I had set. And I got started on that, and I've broken through level 1, and it just helps to have things off your chest, because then, to me, if it's off my chest, then I can sort it out with my mind. And if I'm talking to someone, talk through it. But it's just been really hard times, and I've been thinking about all those that I lost in a short period of time. Within a decade of my life, I've just lost so many of my cousins from my generation, and so many of my closest friends. The ones, and I'm thankful for everyone I still have. I miss my dad a lot. Of course, I would have to say the most, but I'm just thankful for who I have. And I've really been thinking about my little cousin that would be my cousin's son. My cousin's gone now. He passed before his son was born. And now his son's gone, which his son was a few years older than my son. And they had just got started to play with each other and get to know each other. And that's what it's all about to me, is my son. So it's pretty much been the thoughts of homeschooling, the thoughts of parenting, and then just cold hard facts that is something I can't change, and that's the ones that have gone on that I pray I will see again one day. But I've always looked at it like, as long as they're on your mind and in your heart, they're still around. Not in the physical, of course, but that's how I feel like when I lost 2 cousins in 1 year at age 11, and then it was like a domino effect throughout my high school years, between family and friends, and it's hard to process at that age. But once you grow up and realize what life is about to you and what's most important, you gotta work hard at it. It don't matter what it is, you just gotta work hard at it. I show my son pictures and talk about things. Luckily, I have a few videos. I'm glad my dad got to see my son. He passed right before my son turned 2, but he was such a good grandfather, and Eli loved his Pepaw. I'm sorry I've turned this video into a rant. This one up. Gotta fix my muffler. Well, put the muffler on. The muffler broke off when I was going up a very, very steep driveway that was rutted out. And when I had to coast backwards down the hill to get another shot at the drive, the exhaust pipe kinked and broke. I had to sawzall it off under the cab. It was raining, so I grabbed a piece of, I think it's 2.5 stainless, and it's just got a straight pipe under the bed right now. But I think now that I'm getting older, as much as I love that sound, I think I'm going to keep that sound for my derby cars. Raise hell in something like a derby car instead of this, which I don't. I don't dump the clutch and all that. I work it a little bit. Try to take care of it. I love it. It's got a vacuum leak. It's driving me insane. I've got the rubber cap offs today. I'm gonna have to put on there. Oh, may have to tighten the belt up. Sound like we gotta take this tire off. Oh, you guys can't see my other chrome rim. God bless everybody. Anybody that watched the whole video, please give me a comment. Just a I don't care if it's any kind of emoji. Just if you heard that and could relate to any of it, let me know, because I would gladly try to start some kind of community on my channel to have a platform for people to openly discuss things that they might want to get off their chest, or things they may want advice with, or just to kind of listen. And you never know, it may be nothing that you relate to, and then one day something happens and it might be relatable. If one person feels that way and feels like some type of open communication. I'm not tech savvy at all, but I've got this YouTube channel and I would love it. It would help me too, but mostly I'm a mechanic, and then I have videos of my son, but I just kind of document life when I go to certain places I like, or things that I want to capture the moment. But I would like to tell more of my story, and I do not want to sound like I'm trying to be the victim of anything. Everybody has a hard life. It just so happened my hard life growing up pertained to several suicides and several overdoses. So I just feel like I kind of grew up quick, but that's okay, because I was loved. God bless y'all. I'm gonna get home. I'm getting cold.